Hi guys, and welcome to the first episode of Cobra's Corner. I am Cobra Commander TFW, and this is my corner, where I'll be doing reviews. The reason I'm calling this Cobra's Corner is because, well, me and Dave have talked about this many times before, and I think at least what I do isn't really a review on a figure. It's more of like, hey, what do I think? So come down and watch Cobra's Corner, and you'll get my bean about a figure and stuff. So, you know, it's not really a review, but it's my thoughts and stuff, so I hope you enjoy it. New title sequence, new effect to get from this shot to the next shot, so be a bit more interesting, I hope. So how am I going to kick this off today? Well, I'm going to start with Weirdwolf. Now, you can't see him from this distance, but don't worry, because the format's been kept the same. I do the close-up of the figure, don't do the transformation, because I think the most fun and entertaining thing you can have with the transformer is to transform it yourself without knowing. I never looked at the instructions while I was a kid, because I always enjoyed figuring it out for myself, and I don't want to do that kind of thing where I go, okay, you pull the leg down, you do this. I know a lot of other people do it, but I don't. I think you should enjoy the transformer when you get it and transform it the way you want to do it. You know, that's just my bean on. Anyway, we'll talk about this guy who I've been waiting for a hell of a long time. Love the Headmasters, as people know, with Fort Max next to me. He's still there, don't worry. Just a different angle because I like this one more. So I guess onto the toy itself. I don't think I've got anything to say about it. He's good. I like him a lot. But I say that in the other part of the video because I've already done that, and I'm recording this later on in the day, about an hour later. Okay, so let's move over with the effect if I've done it. Okay, so we're back with Weirdwolf in his wolf weird mode thing. As you can see, it is a wolf. Kind of, I guess. It doesn't have the full... It doesn't give me a whole wolf thing. It is very abstract, mainly because of these teeth. It doesn't scream werewolf or big scary wolf because they are a bit dull and short. You know, it's done because, you know, kids can't kill themselves with a toy, but the wolf mode doesn't do a lot for me. I have nostalgic love for the toy as a wolf, but it doesn't do a lot for me. I think the colours for it are really nice, so I do like the use of the yellow and the green and this kind of beigey kind of colour with the red highlights for the eyes and for the top here. I think that's nice, and the stickers again complement it really nicely. And at least they've gone in for like a mane kind of look. Don't know why a robotic wolf would have a mane. As you can see, like I said before, mine has a tail and it works quite nicely. Haven't pushed it all the way in, because I'm afraid if I push it all the way in, it could break if I try and pull it out. And that would suck, because I love Weirdwolf. Robot mode more than anything else. Now, okay, yeah, you turn him over, yeah, that's his robot body. But what can you do? Oh, wow, this lamp's giving off some crazy sound. Anyway, as with the other Headmasters, they all have the Headmaster unit, and this is the weirdest one. Like, for Mindwipe and for Skullcruncher, theirs are quite nice and simple, but this one's shaped a bit differently, so I've put his little partner, Monzo, I think it's off the top of my head. This is the first time I've recorded for a long time, so the way I put him in, it looks like he should sit down, or you can fold him up and put him in that dark hole. I don't want to do that in case he gets stuck, so the way I do it is I get the figure, bend him at the knees, and just put him in head first. Then you don't get a huge lump, you only get a little pokey up bit, and with a bit of finagling, yep, because finagle's an awesome word, you can get it closed, and it's fine. Like I say, you probably could get it in another way, but I don't think it really matters in the end how you get his little friend in, as long as he gets in there good and tight. Now, one thing I do want to mention about the wolf mode as well is I really like how the head can move up and down, and it's good that they've got this so that the jaw can open as well. Not a lot, I give you that, but it's good. And as you can see, there's his crazy teeth. The nice red eyes, as I said. And generally the detailing across this guy is really good, and the stickers are in pretty good condition. He was a little dirty when I got him, especially over these whiter areas, which, you know, is to be expected with a toy like this, but with a bit of cleaning, he turned out looking nice and good again. Now, I don't know about these parts, if they're meant to be open like that or closed like this for the wolf mode. I prefer having them open in the robot mode, but that's just my choice, so I guess that's all I can say about him in this mode, so we'll have a quick look at how he compares up to his other friends. And quickly setting up this shot, you can see that he fits in really nicely with his other two subordinates, if you're going up the Japanese continuity, I guess, from Headmasters, where he was the leader and the other two were his subordinates. Like I say, I like this one a lot more because the colours from him pop a lot more than the other two, which are like black and purple, obviously, for Mindwipe, and pinky, purpley, and a dark green for Skullcruncher. They're nice colours, but they don't pop quite as much, and the use of the two purples kind of, or two shades of pink and purple kind of, made these two a little bit more dull compared to Weirdwolf. So I do like the fact that Weirdwolf pops. And I don't know, off the top of my head, bar Sunstorm, if there are many other Decepticons that are yellow, about, you know, him and the Constructicons from G2. I'm sure there are a lot of other G2 toys that are that colour, but anyway, I do like it, and I do think he works really well with these robotic kind of animal things. So with that said, we'll move on to his robot mode. Okay, so when I said we'd be looking at the robot mode, I kind of lied a bit, because I forgot completely about the Headmasters. So as you can see from Monzo, I'm assuming he is. I always get slightly confused with the Nebulons. Anyway, you can see that he has a lot of nice detail on him, as is customary with these Headmasters. Really good head detail, lots of good chest detail. I'm not going to show you the articulation or the legs because you should know that by now. And again, if you compare him to his other friends, Grax on the left, I think, and Vorath on the right, I'm going to say that's right. Again, he pops a lot more because, as you can see, Vorath and Grax, main body black, highlights basically are their legs, which are the corresponding colours to their body, and the faces have a goldish trim or silver trim in Vorath's case, as I'm noticing now. However, Monzo is grey body with greeny arms. Again, nice that they're doing it a little bit different. It makes him stand out a lot more from the other ones, and that's why I like him. Again, articulation is the same. They do have about the same amount of detail, but because of the way I'm doing the light, which is me holding it at an angle shooting it, this is the best I can get it. And if you want to check the detail for them, ask me to redo the reviews in the future, or you can go back and watch the reviews I've done before. I am thinking of redoing some of them, like Fort Max and whatnot. But anyway, moving on. On to the robot mode now, I guess. Okay, so we are back with his body, and as you can tell, his head's not here, because it's boosh here. And as is customary, I'm not going to do an action sequence, because that would mean I'd have to use music, and that means I wouldn't get anything from doing this, and I could get people saying, hey, you're not supposed to use this music, blah 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 blah. Anyway, this is his stats meter. As is per usual, you've got the naught, which you can't see, and it goes 5 and then 10 at the top. So as customary, you just plop him in, and boosh, there it is. I think it would have been nice if they had done eye details, but you could argue that for the other two as well. As you can see, he's 5 or a 6 or a 7, so I'm squinting my eyes looking, I can't really tell, I'd need to get it closer. But his intelligence is dead on 10, which is, again, maybe a reason why he's a leader. And he looks a lot more complete like this. Zooming out, you can tell that he does have a giant crotch. But because of the way the legs have to bend for the transformation, you can't complain too much, I'd say. And yes, he does have one massive chest. But I do love the way the arms are shaped. I would have liked it if they moved forward a bit more, like closer to the chest. A hell of a lot of back kibble. But what were you going to do with these in like 1997, 1996, 1986, 1987? Oh god, that was bad. What would you do with them back in those kind of days? You couldn't really do much with it. You just had to fold it to the back and just go, hey, look at it from the front. Only film it for the toy advert from the front. And I'll have to zoom in because the light's not great. It's being awkward. As you can see, these were the detailed parts I was talking about before. I do prefer it like this for the robot mode. Again, it makes it stand out a bit more rather than it just being flat. Blah. That bit more detail is always appreciated. Articulation, he has a knee joint, but it bends the wrong way, and his legs do move forward, not that you need it to. Really good thing is these the wolf feet that are basically like that in robot mode. You knock them back, you attempt to, there we go, and they make really nice kind of heel spurs, so it gives them a lot more balance. And you can get him in some okay poses, like you can get him lunging forward and stuff, which is good. Arms, they rotate around, but his elbows are really stiff, and I don't like moving them at all. But I'm not going to basically. But they are there. They do bend. That's why his arms bent for holding his weapon, which we'll get onto now. The thing I've just noticed now while comparing the weapons of Mindwipe and Weirdwolf are, this one is Mindwipe's, this one is Weirdwolf's. They are different, but they're pretty similar. Again, it's kind of shown that they're from the same group, long barrel, bit dented inwards for detail, clip at the bottom, long barrel, one-handed. It's good that it's kept the same, kept similar anyway, so we'll just shove that in his hand and put it down because he doesn't need to worry about that, and give him his tail, which is good. It becomes a sword, one little bit less kibble to worry about, and an extra weapon, which is always good. So you can't really action pose these because they are G1, but always better if you raise his gun up slightly so he's like, I'm going to shoot you in the brain. So yeah, Weirdwolf. So this basically concludes the Cobra's Corner, I suppose, since it's been rebranded, of Weirdwolf. My thoughts: I love the headmasters. I'm very biased towards them. I look past many flaws, like them being G1 toys. That's not really a flaw, that's a lie. But the G1 toys carries the flaw of no articulation, very quick transformation, blah 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 blah, etc. But I love the headmaster gimmick, always did as a kid. Love Weirdwolf. I remember next door neighbour had the body, never had the head, and that really upset me. And even when he wanted to get rid of them, he didn't want to give it to me. So, I don't talk to him anymore. Like I say, great figures if you like G1 toys. If you like headmasters, goddamn, these are awesome. I prefer them over the Autobot ones, just for the fact that the Decepticon, they're evil, they're cool. So thank you guys for watching, and I guess I'll see you for a review in the future of Cobra's Corner. See you later, guys.